Hi, it's Mercedes, and I just want to address the situation that we're going through in retail. I want to talk to you about a couple of things. First, I have some notes here because I didn't want to miss anything. First, who am I? Like, why am I the person to give you advice on retail? So, I want to tell you a little bit about myself, which I usually don't. Two, I want to talk about current things that you could do proactively to keep the stores open. I want to talk to you about financial situations that you're going to find yourself in. I want to give some advice to designers and brands. And I also want to talk about community and what they're saying. So I'm just going to, for a second, this is my little rescue dog who is snoring. As you can see, he's very comfortable there. So just want to ask you to forgive me for that background noise. So let's start with who I am. So I've been a retailer for 25 years. I've been in the industry probably all my life because I grew up in New York City as a niece of a Garmento. Um, I can relate this situation that we're currently in back to 9/11, which I feel was a little bit more dramatic because you couldn't wash your hand and hope that terrorism would go away. People stopped going to the malls, they stopped going to places where people gathered because they were afraid of another terrorist attack. I also have a retail store in a small rural community, and we had a devastating hurricane and flood. So I have a lot of experience with how to recover from something like that. So let's start with what we can do proactively right now. I've put a couple of posts and a couple of videos about doing tele retailing and telesales, which yesterday we had a lot of success in my own shop. Also about curbside picking up. And I've been posting examples of other retailers who have a nice campaign of calm and of caring and of community that I feel like we could all learn from examples. So please watch my Instagram and my YouTube channel for updates on that as I start finding them and posting them. Financial. So here's the tricky thing. They're already talking about like the Small Business Administration is going to be able to give loans. And having gone through the flood and having applied for them, and thank goodness that we really didn't need the money, but I wanted to see the experience of doing that, they actually asked for my home as collateral. These are not low interest loans. These are not the best situation that you want to find yourself in. So my thought is don't count on it. Let's try to figure out how we can promote the store, how we can keep afloat, how we could use other services and resources to our best advantage. One of them is I want you to talk to your landlords. I want you to talk to the landlords, especially if you're in a mall that's closing, and ask them for a rent reduction or rebatement, meaning that you don't pay rent. Now, here's the thing. Big shopping malls have insurance for loss of business, so they should be able to pass that down to you. And speaking of which, check with your insurance company. See if you do have loss of business insurance because this is going to be important to capitalize on. And most importantly, the paperwork to file is incredible. And just because they say no the first time, don't take no as a no. Like really be persistent because it is the squeaky wheel that gets greased. The other thing is call your congressman, call your local representative because they really do need to pass this payroll tax reduction or elimination. That's really important. That's really going to help us keep our staff employed. So for designers, this is advice I usually do not give, but we're all in this together. So if you have current stock, call your retailers up, call the stores that you do business with, even the ones you don't do business with. And if you have inventory, and again, this is usually bad advice I'm giving you, but it's very different in the situations that we're in right now, offer to give credit terms. Let them have 30 days to try to figure things out, to entice people to come in to the stores, to look at new merchandise because newness and freshness and spring all go together. Now, I'm really, really upset about some of these posts that I see in local community chats and Facebook groups. It's just really ridiculous. Like, I want to quote one word for word here, right? I can't see why I would support a local business that puts profit ahead of the health and lives of people in our community. I'm very interested to see who is open and take note. Really? You're going to take note of people that are open, people that are trying to pay the rent, people that are trying to be part of the community by offering services. This is ridiculous. And I haven't really figured out how to shut a person like this down, but this is not a unique post that I've read. So part of our job right now is to also have an understanding, share this understanding with the community, how vital each of us are. The cafes, the retailers, the boutiques, the gas station, the community center. In my town, they're even thinking about stopping meals to the elderly. I don't even understand how that could be a problem. One person put, I love this one. She put, it's disrespectful to the community to be open. Really? It's disrespectful for you to be in my business. I don't know. So we have to kind of address this. I'm going to think about it a little bit more. I'll probably do another post on Tuesday about this. But we have to get the community behind us because we are the community. Another little bit bad advice that I've been seeing posted is they're saying oh, when you post, make sure that you say buy a gift card to help a small business. When people are afraid and when they're losing their jobs or getting their hours cut back, they're not going to, generously buy a gift card from you. You have to give them a reason. I feel like accessories, bright, fun, wow kind of accessories are going to do well. Very comfortable loungewear is going to be very popular too. People are going to stay home. They're going to be watching Netflix. They're going to be eating, in their underwear on top of the sofa. We have to provide product for that kind of in-style lifestyle that's going on right now. Another thing that they're saying is oh, get your friends to share your post. If you don't have a post worth sharing, if you're just crying and, being Chicken Little running without a head, nobody's going to share that. I have been posting some pretty sarcastic virus jokes, which are probably really inappropriate, but those have been getting shared. So my advice is stay calm. Let's look at financial situations and solutions that are actually tangible and not wait for government to bail us out. That's never going to happen. Be part of the community in a respectful way, but let them understand that without Main Street, the whole community will collapse. It really will. And I'm not very drama. Actually, I'm very drama. But at this moment, I'm not being drama. We need to have these businesses. We don't want to have a country full of ghost town main streets. So let's pull together. I'm available. Please DM me, send me an email, whatever questions that you have. I'm going to keep on top of government notices about support and tax-free situations, which we should also petition. Please do that. Call your local representative. Tell them that we should have tax-free on clothing, tax-free on accessories, payroll tax should be eliminated. Every little penny, dime, nickel that we can save is going to be beneficial. Remember, we do run a business based on nickels and dimes. So let's try to save as many as we can. This is Mercedes. I'm here for you. Let me know what I can do. And happy Sunday.